We welcome you here on a historic day. This is a special day in the history of the school. We welcome the senior management, the principal, vice principal, senior teachers, students, the head boy and the head girl, and the general body. And our guests also, we invite them, Mr. Mendy, Louis, you are welcome. Okay, we first start with the Muslim prayer as usual. Then after we'll have the Christian prayers. It's important to start with prayers on every occasion. Yeah, Ustaz Singate, Usman Singate, can lead us in the Muslim prayers.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا صراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وأدخلنا الجنة مع الأبرار يا عزيز يا غفار يا رب العالمين. ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
May Allah accept our prayers. Now we call on our Christian sister, Aisatu Mendy, to lead us in Christian prayers. Aisatu.
Our Father, who art in heaven, give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, for power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Once again, good morning again. This day, as I said earlier, is a historic day, and then it comes at a time when we really need it. Mr. Louis Mendy is the guest. The reason of his coming here is he has done something for us here when we need it at most. Because the time he came here, we have a very bad situation in the school here. When we have our sewage problem, the water is running everywhere, the smell, even outside the school you can feel the smell. And then God sent him back to his former alma mater, because he was once a student here. When he came, he asked, I think he met myself and the principal when she was vice principal. He asked what he can do for us as a school. The first thing we told him that in hand right now, the sewage is our problem. And he said as a health worker, that is his priority. He will first fix that, then after all, he will see what else he can do. Mr. Mendy fixed that one, but he did not only stop at fixing that sewage problem. He continued to buy some ceiling fans for some of the classes, that is the 3 classes here. The class we are recently in is one of the classes. So Mr. Mendy, thank you very much. We really appreciate it. And then we've been praying for you all the time. The reason of him buying the fan is he was here. He knows the situation when he was a student here, how he was feeling, the heat. So he did not want his children to feel the same thing. He said then he has to provide funds for them, which he did. And then Mr. Mendy, once again, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Now, we call on the school drama club with the coordinator, Mr. Cham, if they are around. Okay, the head girl is around. So we want to have at least small entertainment, before we call on. Then after the entertainment, we'll also call on the PTA chairman that you have been working with since the project started.
We are glad you have come.
for that beautiful welcoming song. One more. Okay.
Good morning to you all. Vice Principal, humble guests, and my fellow students. My name is Asya Tuba. I am here to read a poem entitled Teenage Pregnancy. See, I once had a dream to graduate from high school with good grades, get admission into the best university, and be the next Amelia ahead of the universe. See, I had a dream to get married when I'm 22 to a black man with black of almost hyperton resonance, taking him, for instance, being the galaxy of my existence. But my story is very sad. Just the thought of it makes me mad. I was just 13 when my parents forced me to get married to a man old enough to be my dad. My conscience was in rags full. My dreams, my pride didn't matter much. I cried and shed tears, but my tears fell on deaf ears. My parents didn't care about my pain. They never listened. Even when the doctor said early marriage has health complication, to them, early marriage is a tradition, and giving me away was an obligation. So here am I, a 14-year school dropout with cross dreams, an empty soul filled with cross dreams. Duma musa fate bu samay wajur mema pour ma sey ma nek ci suma digi ndaw di jang yaakar bes na jot ma tekki dara ñu tass sama yaakar mema góor ma munut bay legi de sama gindal dund ci biir aduna suma tedé guddi duma mëna nelaw di xalaat bes ñu me ci digi nawek legi duma mëna lek ndi luma lek duma saf do lewet. My hopes, my dreams were scattered. I wish I could travel to be that young schoolgirl who has several miscarriages as she was not matured for pregnancy. So this is my story, a story of another victim of early marriage. Thank you.
Muslims and Christians were living in harmony without any discrimination. It is in the Gambia where Christmas and Tobaski are celebrated by all. This is the Gambia I knew. Why have you changed? Let's continue to embrace ourselves as a nation so as to make no discrimination to
plus the poem read. I think we all learned something from the activity the students have just now. Now I humbly call on the PTA chairman, Mr. Mamset Cham, to have some words of wisdom. Mamset.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. maa ngi nuyu ñëpp kenn ku nekk turam ak santam di si jiite suñ gan gi nag si tamit ni man xam naa ne kontaan nga lu tax ma ne kontaan nga xam naa ni nga mel si xale bi ko time bi ñoo liggéey fii dama dee wax ne bugguma lu di stop xale bi soo nañ liggéey weekend kon suñ demee ba tey fii xale yi ñoo di wax di sa kanam kon xam naa ne yow kontaan nga waaye ñun ñoo la gën a kontaan bi fi ñu jëlee moo tax fi ñu jëlee dafa sori trop te over na 5, 6, 7 years ñu ngi duna problème boobu every month foog naa dinañ dem nawet 3 or 4 times pour ñu ñëw génne ñu toilette si te boole ko school bi foo nekk daf dee xeeñ soo ku la génnee si loolu rek kooku da nga ko gërëm sant ko bu baax a baax yaa ñun amul suñ fay waaye yaa na la yàlla fay li ñoo wax nag ku xiif moom du suur te ñun suuruñ de dafa am loo ñu mosal loo xam ne dañ bëgg a ñu continuer te yal na yàlla may wér ak kattan ak doole poos xam naa ne doole poos bu amee rek dina continuer waaye man li ma wax fii suma problème du sori bi ñoo projet boobu di jeexal yàlla dafa da nga feebar waaye am na leneen luñ nason mooy suñ home science da nga ma wane store bi ma waxoon ne foofu dream mooy dañ ko yaaxa nga waxoon ma ne génnee bagage yëpp suñ ñëwee dinaa utaat ku ko liggéey foog naa foofu lañ emoon yàlla ñu dara teewul yàlla def feebar ñëw si diggante bi waaye joroon nañ koo génnee waaye man suma li ma bëgg a mooy ñu bëgguñ xaalis saytaane la waaye lii suñ problème la suñ tegeet mooy dañ bëgg a classe every classe bu nekk dañ ko dee concret ñun loolu lañ ko dee tiles si programme boobu lañ nekkoon every classe bu nekk dañ dee tiles soo fi ñu emoon dañ bëgg a dañoo ñaanal rek ndimbal rek gars yi ñu ne fas lu mu daw rek nga laabali ko rek waaye du tee lii suñ soxla dinañ ko ñaan xëy na nag comme li ma def soxlawuñ xaalis su fekkee ne jot amul matériels suñ mënee jàppa fii nga jàppa fii baax na waaye soo ñu mun a dimbale yëpp nag moo ñu gën a waaye su fekkee ne tam loxo jotul foo mun a em rek nañu jàppaleen lii ma jàppa fii ñu traité luñ bugg a daal school yëpp dañ ko bugg a tiles classe yëpp ko dos bi daf dee bëri pax yi xale yi dañ dee gaañu man lii laay ñaan rek su ma wax du gudda du sori maa laa gërëm nag di la sant di la ñaanal ko soo gisee ma ne bëgguñ xaalis ñëw naa sa office foog naa ñaari yoon xam naa ni nga liggéey xam naa ni ngeen dee liggéey waxtaan nañ xaalis saytaane la waaye su ñëwee defaral ñu ñun moo ñu gënal su fekkee tam matériels ñun ñu kafu seen ñoo defee ñun moo ñu gënal ñu ngi laa ñaanal yàlla mi am fee yàlla na la yàlla fee ak sa gaañ yëpp yàlla na yàlla aar leen yàlla na yàlla yokk leen ba ngeen yëg ko suma xool seere na trop bi biñ ko dooree ba léegi fu ma waxtaanee ay wax bu nee mosoo ñoo xaras mosu ñoo wax danga ma dee kool sax caam géej na laa dégg de ma ne ñu ngi fi yaa ngi feebar dañoo xaar ba nga wér yi nga tëddee MRC waxoon ne dañoo def délégation ñoo seet si la waaye nga expliqué ñu affaire MRC duñ dee à la visitors so loolu moo taxoon ñëwuñ plano nañ ko def délégation ñëwuñ yàlla mi xam na yàlla nañu yàlla feel yàlla na yàlla aar la may la wér ak kattan yàlla may doole poos bi li nga bugg si school bi yëpp yàlla na ko def ak jàmm ci barka alquranu karim barki Seydina Mohamed kontaan naa jërëjëf yàlla na yàlla feel.
We called on the principal to also give some words of wisdom.
Morning. Our special guest, Mr. Mendy, my able vice principal, lady responsible for operation, senior teachers, students, and the journalist who is covering the occasion. I thank each and every one of you for answering to our call. Let me start by just giving a short synopsis of Mr. Mendy, how we came to know each other. There was a day early in the morning, because we are early birds. Teachers are well known of, reporting very early. As we knocked in, a man came, then introduced himself as somebody sent by an ex-student, Mr. Mendy. He said that he wants to come over and then support in some areas. I said, if that is the case, because I was alone in the office, my then office. If that is the case, then tell him that we have a lot of challenges that if we start naming it, he will even run away. But here we are going to prioritize. There, I was also fortunate to speak to him, and then we exchange little dialogue, and then I, disclose our constraints to him. Definitely, without wasting time, because he is a busy man at his workplace. We all know this nature of work at the MRC. But he really found time one day and came. And when he came, we interacted a lot. And then, as alluded by Mr. MC, where he found us at that time was devastating. We were all discouraged as teachers and students, and even other stakeholders, because we knocked into many doors, but none of them, was open to us. But Alhamdulillah, when he came, he saw this splitting over of the sewage, and then he said he will step in. He made his arrangement with the contractor, and definitely he spent money, almost 50,000, at this proper time to bail us out. Then the contractor gave us two options. At that time, I could remember. He said that this sewage is connected to the mission over there, because we are all aware that this school, has long been established. So he said that the contractor said that he either connect again the sewage to the sewage of the mission, or he built up from that end directly down to the drainage system at the middle of the road. So that was the option we went in for. And then definitely, when he came, we all attest that we are happy, Mr. Mendy. And this is the man that whenever he knocks, even without talking to us, we are happy, because we are always expecting more and more and more. When we explained to him that during NACOF, they took up that block and then provide the classes with ventilation, fans, in order to accommodate their guests. But this block was, ignored. It was not part of the project. This block also is still not painted. In his, generosity, he said that he will also come in to bail out students, in this block with fans. So looking at that block, both up and down, the fans, in fact, installed there are not of good quality. And each class is just installed with one ceiling fan. When we went round, we realized that the fans are not even very good. They are speedless. The speed is not good. Even students are complaining that, particularly those sitting far from the fan, that it is not reaching them. But when this man came, in fact, the classroom that we are using is a clear testimony. Instead of installing one for each class, as NACOF had done, he went in for two for each class, so that each student will be catered for. He catered for everybody. This man, we will continue saying thank you, thank you, thank you. It's not enough. Our projects, our challenges are, daunting. It's not easy to manage a school. Even we can know that even our homes, as small as they, moreover, a school that, we are many generations of our citizens, Gambians, have passed through. this school was established long ago in the early 90s. That's why whatever we want to do here, wherever we touch in order for maintenance, is always a problem because of the old system of wiring, the old system of installation of pipes, the old system of doing everything. This is why our problems, are endless. So, Mr. Mendy, as alluded by the PTA chairman and Mr. Toure, the first speaker, I know that, generosity, not everyone can be generous, definitely, particularly where you have to dip into your pocket and do something. Not all of us are plowing back to our alma maters, but you, being very generous, being very grateful, because that is part of gratefulness. An institution that has played a very vital role in your development. Today, this man is a senior staff at the MRC, and you all know that working at the MRC, the benefits, the incentives are all there, but he is not enjoying it alone with his family. He is sharing. And I'm very optimistic, very sure and certain that it is not only this school, because this was not his last school. He completed at a senior secondary school. He's also doing his quota there. So to just cut the story short, Mr. Mendy, many projects are awaiting, many ahead. And of course, we foresee to see many development, so that at least we also leave a good legacy behind. It's not easy to manage. We all know that managing is difficult, particularly when you have, the human beings to manage. Very, very difficult. You have students here always complaining. Teachers, they are complaining. Vendors, cleaners, and all other stakeholders, parents. But definitely, you are doing as much as possible to address all those situations. So, Mr. Mendy, once again, time has, spoken. Time has shown the good work that you impacted in this school. Today, no one is complaining of that devastating situation. Let me tell you openly here that there was a time that we were almost published on What's on Gambia. Somebody sent the message, but there was no way, because, we went up and down everywhere. We cannot phone that situation. There was nowhere where we can use any phone here in the school to address that. But alhamdulillah, when you came in, Mr. Mendy, we are happy once again. Let me just stop there.
Madam Principal, all what we can say is thank you. If we have another word apart from thank you, we would have been using that word. So, thank you very much. So, definitely, we know, we are the ones living with it. We know how we were feeling. There are classes even next to that place. To teach there was a problem. Much more the kids that are sitting there the whole day. Because you, the teacher, you will teach and leave. Another teacher will come. One of the students living there for the whole day. You did something for us. It's only Allah that can reward you. So thank you very much. Now we called on Mr. Mendy himself to tell us or give us some words of wisdom and tell us what even brought him here. In the first place, until he can do this for us. Because I'm saying it's Allah. Maybe he may see us on What's on Gambia.
Of St. Augustine's Upper Basic School and the journalist fraternity here present. My name is Mr. Louis Mendy, an ex-student of this school. Yes, it's Mr. Mendy who appears before you here, But then this thing is been done by a specific class, and Triangle 89 class. Although it's not easy, after separating for years, bringing those people together when they were already parents, family heads, engaged in a lot of engagements, to bring them together to say, we want us to be together again, plan our life from here, and then put ourselves together. It's always very, very difficult. But this class, in those days, we have about 30-something students in that particular class. But then, 2-3 years ago, we feel like we have a responsibility. We need to give back to our ex-schools, and this is one of them. So we've been having meetings every 2 weeks, because most of those members I'm talking about are not in the country. We started with 15 members, but as I speak, we are only 13 in number. So two have left the group, but we still go ahead with our plans, the aim and objective. But with all that number, the group have been registered to support. It's a non-charitable organization. But our main aim and objective is to give back to the alma mater. And that's what we still maintain. So we've been meeting every 2 weeks on Zoom. We discuss our own problems, try to see the way forward, until at a point where we feel like, we've got some funds that we think we can give out to our ex-schools. So this school was #1 priority, but what triggers us to start urgently with the school is one of our members in the diaspora was fortunate to see something on Gambia regarding the mess that is going on in the school. That is the sewage that everybody was talking about. So when he read that, she was not very comfortable. And she just take a picture of it and send it to our page, to Triangle 89 page. And then we all have a look at it. In the group, for you to know, I am the chairperson. I'm chairing the group in the Gambia here. We have some members with me here as well, but due to their busy schedules, it's always very difficult to come out with me. But then we are all together in this. So when he sent this to the group, we quickly have a Zoom meeting, discuss over it, and we feel like, this is something that we need to visit the school now, see how best we can help them sort out this problem. Because on the simple reason is, I made a loud noise because it's a health issue, and I'm a health worker. So obviously I know how the students are feeling in the school. No parent would like his or her child to come to the school and then go home sick with something that he did not bring from his or her home. So obviously the parents will struggle to take care of that child, which is not fair. So when I visited the school for the first time, fortunately the first person I met was the vice principal then, being the principal here today, with Mr. Ture and the chairperson, Mr. Cham. So I said to them anyway, my name is Mr. Mendy. I introduced myself to them. And I'm here on behalf of ex-students Triangle 89 class. I've just come to know whether you have some problems that you feel like we can chip in, we can assist. And then, as she rightly said, they list a lot to me, and Mr. Ture took me around to see the mess within the school premises. In fact, before he does that, when I entered that gate, I could not bear with the odor. But nonetheless, I say to myself, with prayers and our togetherness, surely we will take care of this as soon as possible. So we went around the premises to the male and female toilet, from there to the teacher's mess room, and down to the principal's office. We went around the other classrooms, and I stood outside. I saw a female lady standing where I am standing today. They're having her lectures with students in a very classroom. By that time, the weather was not at least favorable. Very, very, very hot. I could see them sweating in the class. I have a different feeling. I said to myself, if it's my own child, I don't think I would like seeing him or her in that situation. I walked into a classroom. I greeted the classroom teacher and the students, and they all stood up and responded to me. When I walked out, in fact, before walking out, somebody among the girls in the class, did appeal to me that as I could see, they are in the classroom with a teacher, but the environment is not favorable. It's very, very, very hot. Instant, I gave a promise to her. We will try as a group, Triangular 89 class, or as an individual, to make sure that this problem is sorted out. And thanks to the Almighty, we were able to do it as promised. So I am definitely going to be speechless here, because looking at this history of the school, I could see myself in the uniforms where those students are wearing. It is very, very difficult nowadays compared to during our time in the school, because I feel like most of the schools now are trying to do most of the things by themselves, supporting their own programs. Of course, we all know that it's very, very difficult all over the world. I think the government cannot do it alone. But then my appeal to other people or other students or the people out there who I think they can also chip in, can also help in this kind of a situation. Because as the principal rightly mentioned, this sewage problem was on that WhatsApp Gambia for more than 1 year. Looking at our country, the Gambia, I will not agree if somebody has to tell me that somebody or a company within the country cannot give that support to make sure that that problem is averted, to make sure that we safeguard our own kids' health. I will not agree, when somebody said this to me. But then nobody was just trying to respond to it. And these are things that we Gambians should put into consideration. Whatsoever you do today, you didn't do it for yourself, but for somebody else. No? So that is going to be my appeal. Government cannot do it alone. Although I always try to avoid, I'm not a politician, but as a Gambian, obviously we know what we think is good for all of us. So I think government cannot do it alone. So people out there who has the ability, I am still appealing to them to be ready to support when they are, when they see this type of a call to a school or anywhere that they think is necessary to support. So I will not leave this podium without giving you the members of the ex-students of this class, Triangular 89. One of them is my humble self, Mr. Louis, the chairperson. And you have Dorothy Lewis, Pasit Cisse, Teres Ado, who is not also in the country, Victoria Coron, and Lang Marom, Omar Jasi, Yandau, Susan Adama Maron, Masane Dabo, Aliu Dabo. So these are Omar and Omar Jase. These are the people, the 13 members now in this platform who are sleepless wherever they are, to see to it that a problem in this school is solved. Well, I'll take from the principal. I'm not promising here as an individual that all your claims would be taken care of, but I will want to promise that most of them will be looked into, and I'm going to give this feedback to my colleagues who we've done this together. The project, officially, I wanted to hand it over now to the school, and I wanted the students to be the #1 people to embrace it. All what has been spent in this project so far is over $72,000, ranging from the sewage, electrifying all the 3 classrooms, up to where we are. Is around that amount of money, but life is more important than that amount of money. If I have to come here and see every student running around happy and healthy within a safe environment, I will be the happiest parents back home. So we pray to the Almighty Allah just to make sure that we are healthy and we maintain togetherness, to make sure that we have it all together as a school and a group. So here with me today in this podium, before I leave, I brought a desktop and a laptop to the administrations to take care of their IT problem. So, not to prolong this, I am saying thank you very much to everybody once more. And students, please embrace what you have. These classrooms are yours, and maintain the light to save your eyesight, which is very difficult when you have those problems to take care of. So thank you very much once more again. Bye-bye.
Like I said at the beginning, whenever Mr. Mendy comes here, he solves a problem. These materials that you brought, we have those problems today. This is why I said whenever you come, you solve a problem. So I'll be happy to call on the principal for Mr. Mendy to present these items to her.
Thank you very much.
As I was saying before, I know it will never be enough, but we will always try to do our part to make sure that we support everybody staff. Today, this is what I came with. I'm handing over this desktop, the IT office, and the laptop to please minimize your difficulties in the school. So that might be as your desktop, laptop, and you have to put it alongside. So that's something you
are always there. You are always there. You are always there. Good morning, Madam Principal. principal, vice principal, teachers, and our special guest of honor. Before I go further, I would like to introduce myself as the head girl of St. Augustine Upper Basic School. I have the honor in my capacity on the head girl of this noble institution, well known of its good qualities. Teachers and other stakeholders instill in us students which are discipline, hard work, and commitment. To name a few, today marks very important to us as one of us, an ex-student and a colleague, came and gave back to our own alma mater. Your contribution in addressing the most challenging issue, the dense sewage, which was splitting all over the school environment and leaving an unpleasant odor to the environment. On behalf of the staff, parents, and students of St. Augustine Upper Basic School, I am saying a very big thank you for you for your timely intervention. We are also enjoying the ventilation from the fans provided in our classes. Thank you.
Mandy, our guest, we have some people to entertain you as well.